HowToPayMyVet.com. Sponsored by Check and Go.
Go to checkngo.com for details. Have to pay with Check and Go.
Hi, my name is Stuart from HowToPayMyVet.com. I'm going to talk to you today about dog and puppy insurance. And the bad news is that this is such a huge topic that one video is never going to give you all the information that you need. So the first thing I'm going to say is that if you're looking into dog and pet insurance, dog or puppy insurance, you're going to want to start doing your research as early as possible. And I'm going to say that I kind of suggest that you get dog insurance. One of the things that you need to ask yourself is, if something were to happen, as unlikely as it is to happen, if something were to happen, what are your options? And if you have an income, if you have savings that are great enough that you can treat whatever problem arises, then maybe dog insurance is not the best idea for you. Maybe you've decided that you don't need to get it. But if you tomorrow could not pay for your dog to get stitches or to have teeth, have their teeth worked on because they're rotten, or have they've eaten something and you need to have their stomach pumped. If you can't afford that on a regular basis, then pet insurance might be a good idea for you, and you're going to want to start looking it up. It's kind of a complicated process, like all insurance is, because there are certain things that your insurance plan is not going to cover, and you need to make sure that you're getting the right one for your pet. There are some that won't cover dogs over a certain age, that won't cover certain conditions. For instance, there are certain problems that are much more common in different breeds of dogs than in other breeds of dogs, and maybe your insurance won't cover those problems because they know that they're more likely to happen. So you need to ask your questions, do your research, to make sure that the things that you want from your dog insurance are going to be given to you. You don't want to be paying a lot of money and then realize that the only reason that you're buying the dog insurance you're not being covered for. So really, you need to go out there, and there are websites that compare the different prices, that compare the different things that are covered. But even after you've looked at those, you want to call a representative and really have a talk, have a conversation with them about those things, because you don't want to trust the one website that culled all this information, and you don't want to be reading information that's so old that it no longer applies. You want to make sure that everything's up to date before you start throwing money into something. But like I said, I actually think that it's probably a good idea to get dog insurance. You don't want to be caught in a situation where you might have to put your dog down or let them suffer because you don't have any money to give them the treatment that they need. And when early on you could have gone with dog insurance, with puppy insurance. So that's a little bit of information about the huge topic that is dog insurance with pet insurance. My name is Stuart. Thank you for watching.
HowToPayMyVet.com. Helpful advice for pet owners. Sponsored by Check and Go.